Welcome back to the Olga Perez Show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you guys can hear me. I hope everything's working okay. Because, there's always something. There's always something. So, I just realized. What the? Yeah. I realized that on Mondays, it's always kind of crazy. It's like there's a lot to say of whatever happened on the weekend and then some. And then I'm like, what's going to happen? I'm probably going to go off on one or two subjects and probably not go through the whole thing. I don't know. But of course, and if you don't know, I put up a poll to vote for the next reaction video. Last I checked earlier this morning was, I think that the Adam Colhoun, I think if I said his name right, I think he got the most votes for racism. So far I queued that up. But as you know that I've been doing lately, where it's all about you and me, commentary, current topics, events, my insight, my reaction to all things that matter. News, so-called news, culture, you name it. But before I get started, so I'm going to talk about Gaetz. I'm actually even going to start with a video that's kind of funny that I found today. A little bit about Gaetz. I want your intel on this. I want your opinion on it, because that's the whole point of going live. It's for you and me to be connected, baby, for us to talk. What's up? But before I even get started, because I know I'm going to get carried away, because that's what it means to be real and raw. And, I got to do my disclaimer. Viewers' discretion advised. And for those listening, adult content, you can handle this. I have faith in you. Welcome back. If it's your first time here, awesome to have you. If you've been here before, welcome back, my love. How you doing? Let me know in the comments how you doing. For real. And if you haven't already smashed that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that I will not be silenced, that we will not be silenced. Know what I mean? And if you already have, awesome. Thank you. You're the best. Comment, whether it's in the live chat or if you're watching this replay, your comments on my fuel, I do read them and I will respond. Keep them coming. Now, I got to see who's with me already. Missed you guys. I did. And I think that's the other thing that happens to me on Mondays, where I'm like, I just feel like I want to connect with you more than just talking about what everybody else is talking about. But, I don't talk like everybody else. I go off. I had a bunch of comments, even like DMs and stuff like that, telling me like on Friday, I think it was, episode 79. They're like, man, you on fire. I'm like, I contain myself. But I will say that I've discovered why I haven't grown as you would think I would have been growing at this point. And I've been censored, still being censored. And I discovered that it's not just these certain words. It's if I say anything like, say when I talk about Billy Goats, right? Billy Gates. If I don't say nice things about these people, the elites that are listening to us all over the place all the time, that's another reason that they're like, ooh, we're gonna hide her. We're gonna hide it, them, whatever the fuck, right? So I'm like, well, how is a way to go around this? Well, you already know I have a locals. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, Subscribe. What are you waiting for? You can always unsubscribe if you're like, nah, I'm not feeling it. I got you. But, sometimes people that I follow, that I'm subscribed to, sometimes I don't have time to watch all their videos, but I'll still go in and I'll smash that like button because I understand how this stuff works. So, you know what I mean? But that's the other reason why I created the locals. And if you haven't already, the links are in the description below. Become a local. I go totally uncensored, unfiltered, behind the scenes. You come with me for my walks in my kitchen, whatever it is. I'll be doing one later this afternoon, like right after these lives. Because you know what I mean? And I need your support. Your support means everything. How about this? So you know how I also post these videos on Rumble and BitChute? So I believe it was BitChute. I had to block the guy because he went down like 20 videos. And I don't know why I'm saying he. I have no clue if it's a he, but whatever. He goes, you troll. No, it's something like you're trolling. Fuck. I should have pulled it up. I mean, obviously I blocked him so I can't see the thing, but I can unblock it just to see his comment. Shoot. See, I didn't plan on doing this. That's why I'm not prepared. But he was just like, he said something about troll and how I just want money. And I'm going, almost like if I was an OnlyFans type of chick. And I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Or sis, or whatever the fuck it was, right? It's like, how do you pay your bills? Like, how do you sustain yourself? Okay? Give me that shit. Oh, I wonder who else he follows or watches because there's nothing free in this life except for love. Love is free. At least I give love freely. So, anyway, who's already with me? How you doing? What's going on? And if you haven't already heard that after this, I'll take a quick break and I'll do a reaction video. So far, the vote is Adam Callhound, I believe it, and it's racism. I could do another day. I don't have to do it today. I could do something else today, right? I know. All right. Anyway, who's with me? Carrie Lewis. Welcome back to one of my favorite members. Oh, that's the other thing. If you haven't become a member, become a member. Come on. Look at the perks. And you're supporting me for like less than a coffee a month. Carrie Lewis. What is it? Carrie Lewis. How in the caps double hockey sticks does this channel only have 425 subscribers, ? OSP Live kicks other channels' rear ends. Thank you. I must agree. And the reason why I agree is because of you guys. Because of the way we are together. You know what I mean? Who doesn't want to be a part of this conversation? Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. Sacred Sage 88. Hello, with this big smiley face. I love it. Carrie Lee's like, nice. I got it from the beginning. So cool, man. And I was able to make it on time today. William Grissom. Hey. Sacred Sage 88. Hey. I made it, fam. That's right, baby. I'm so grateful. Hey, Knees Joe. Tanya Gray. Hola, Olga. Hola, Tanya. Jorge Esquevarria. Hola, Olga. How you doing? Love it. Love the emojis. Prayer hands, blue heart. Cool sunglasses, thumbs up. Good morning, everyone. Yes. Or good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you're at. Tanya Brown, welcome. Sounds right. They censor anyone who has free speech. I know. Are you kidding me? Like, one thing is, again, I get it where, you're provoking people, anger, and then the Andrew Tate shit. Guys, I have a whole file that I've been preparing to share with you guys. And I'm like, I'm just going to have to dedicate an entire stream for it. Or just right before I went live today, I go, maybe I don't want to at all. Maybe if you guys haven't seen, I don't remember the episode number, but check out my episodes like back in August. Forget the episode number. You know what? Give me a second. Because honestly, I was just watching it yesterday because I wanted to see like where to pick up from where I first said whatever I said about him without even knowing who he was. Okay. And I was just sharing you my instinct. And I got a couple of incels or whatever. They're like, oh, you don't know nothing about him. And I get it. It's like, you think this guy's your hero. But there's two things that are disturbing about that. One, either you don't know who your hero is, and he's saying some stuff and you're like, yeah, he's badass and he cares about us. Or you know what he really is and you're into that. Which, you get it? All right. Hold on. Your videos. Let me see. I'm just going to share real quick. Thank you for your patience. I'll get back to the live chat in 1 second. Episode 25 was the one I did. And I was shocked when I was watching it yesterday just because I'm like, wait, that's pretty fucking good for a girl or a person that didn't know shit about this guy. I'm not bragging. I'm not saying it's my best video. And I was like episode 25. So I was just getting started in this whole channel thing. Where is it? Oh, well, that's weird the way it looks. Let's see. You guys are seeing that? How he became who he became. And why people are even following him. And it's funny because I forgot completely how I took a snippet of this guy, Scott Adams. Guys, did you see? I mean, I was laughing my ass off. Look at this real quick. Let's see. Because he went off, and I'm like, yo! And I'm telling you, I had no clue. I was watching somebody else's channel, and they were saying something about, I'm like, who the fuck is this Andrew? And I Googled him, right? And I'm like, okay. Never heard of him, never seen him, nothing. Ugh. Again, there's... Wait. Dying. Natural. Where he goes off, and I'm like, wow. Like, you see... Man... Here we go. Okay. So here we go. And I was like doing this whole channeling Andrew Tate with the sunglasses, and then I used my little lip gloss as a cigar because I didn't have one on hand. Screen share. All right. Are you familiar with this guy? All right, so check this out. So he had something interesting to say that I would have never known, never saw coming. So listen to this little tidbit.
I understand you banned Andrew Tate. There's a video on there you need to get rid of, in which he claims that I promoted vaccines and masks. Now, those are lies. They're not the only lies there. The other lies are incredibly misogynistic. And I can't believe you let that video up there, YouTube. So, YouTube, what the fuck are you doing? You motherfucking pieces of shit. You cunts. You absolute cunts. If you're going to get rid of Andrew...
I still laugh my ass off. But it reminds me of me on Friday, right? With the fucking current state of affairs in the world of bullshit and politicians that are jokes. I specifically said on Friday, imbeciles, and that was being nice. I'm just over it. Because even like the Tucker Carlsons, like everyone, even like Alex Jones, who I love. Hey, you're entertaining. Hey, a lot of people say, hey, Alex, you helped me open my eyes about the truth or like what's really going on. That's cool. But then what? And that's where I get all fucking full of it and fucking all wound up. Because it's like, and what? And what? You just leave everybody hanging with this information. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let me let this guy finish. And I'm just going to... I'll stop it after that.
Get rid of all of it. If you're going to get rid of Andrew Tate, get rid of all of it. Because that's the worst thing he has on there. And it's still there. You motherfuckers. Have any of the... do I have the attention of any of the censors yet? You stupid fucking cunts. You absolute pieces of shit. You fucking motherfucking assholes. You listening yet?
You listening
this is
yet?
just to the censors.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hope that made you guys smile. And go watch the episode. Make sure you leave me a comment. But so my point is that that after getting all these files and everything prepared to share it with you guys and all that, I realized it's not even that I'm trying to give the guy attention. I just want to basically call out everyone that's even hosted him. Because at first I'm like, yeah, he got banned. Nobody should get banned unless you're doing really horrible things. And then when I go down the rabbit hole and I collected all these videos and articles, and to the point that you know that, okay, there can be lies, cover up, etc. But certain videos of the way this guy spoke is exactly how I described my instinct about him the first time I made that video I just shared with you guys. And I'm going, holy shit, I stand by my ground. Although today, or was it yesterday, that they posted on the Daily Mail how that they don't have any evidence for his recent arrest. That's a whole nother ballgame. But then I looked at some videos from a Romanian lawyer about like, no, they wouldn't have done this without any evidence at all. Again, they're corrupt. Everybody's corrupt, right? But at the end of the fucking day, can we not see and hear this guy? Like, I remember initially when he was hitting some girl in a video and he's like, oh, she was my girlfriend. We were playing, role playing, all that stuff. But there's more than that video of the same shit, to the point where he's recording one in front of his brother's recording it for him. And as a life strategist, as a female, as somebody, I do role playing, believe me. Now, this is clearly the kind of shit that they do to break somebody. A pimp, basically. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck whether you like him, you don't like him. The facts are the facts that when he opens his mouth, he actually incriminates himself. He'll say, that was just playing. But then there's all these other videos of his own fans posting about him on how, yeah, you know what I did to her? Oh, yeah, my best girl, my best webcam girl. Like, does anybody not know about this shit? And he's your hero? Man, are we screwed. So we have a bunch of incels / simps, whatever, and they're looking up to this. It's not even just a loser. It's a horrible... And I'm not judging. I said in that first video that I recorded, he would never approach somebody like me. Even in my 20s, the guy wouldn't have had a chance for 3 fucking seconds. And I got shit about that. Matter of fact, YouTube took that video down. I fought it, got it back up. But the argument that I had was, well, if you're going to take my shit down, take everybody talking about this guy down. And again, So when I pick topics and I share stuff with you guys, it's not because I'm just sharing to talk, to entertain, and to sound like, oh, look at me. No. I'm saying, let's get a grip with reality. Let's all join in on this bullshit and tell everybody and call them out. Because they're all getting paid. They're all making a living off of that. Which brings me back that when I say become a member or support me on locals, whatever it is, it's not because I'm just here to entertain you and then I want you to help me entertain you. I'm taking time out of my schedule in the sense that I'm losing money, and I'm okay with that because I believe in this. I believe in us. And I believe that it's not just our voice to be heard. It's to make a difference, right? Anyway, look at me. I'm getting verklempt. And that was not a hot flash. That's literally me getting verklempt. I got to go back to the live chat before I get sidetracked again. And I do want to show you something that somebody made that I saw on Twitter. It was funny as shit. But Clara, welcome. Great to see you, Clara Nielsen. Tanya Brown, crybabies. A Sacred Sage 88, in the mind virus, they got to bring others down to make them feel better. Yes, that's right. You said it well. Who else? I want to make sure. AC Nelson. Woo woo. Hello. Hashtag Pérez Patriots. Exclamation. Love symbol emoji. Bolt fire. Mahalo. Tanya, what you say, girl? If he's guilty of anything, which I believe he's dirty. See, that's the thing. See what I mean? Like, it's not even a judgment, right? Like, you feel it, right? Stop silencing and start prosecuting. Boom! Boom! Can we give a holla to Tanya Gray? But it seems there is not rule of law. Exactly, right, because everybody's bought and sold. Right. They want to keep passing laws without enforcing current laws. No. And we're just all sitting there like spectators on the bleachers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's going on? I'm just like, and if I'm sitting next to you on the bleachers, you know what I'm thinking? First thing I would do is look at you. You know what I mean? Look over here. Be like, are you seeing this shit? Like, I'm telling you, the emperor's, the emperor and the emperor's clothing. Remember that one? Like, I'm that fucking kid. Like, what are you guys talking about? Why is everyone like, ooh, look at him. He's so great. Oh, yeah. Hasa, masta, hala. You know? It's like, he's naked. He's delusional. And didn't I fucking go off on Friday about these psychopaths? Yes. Psychopaths, sociopaths. Shit. But you know what? You want some entertainment? Here's some good entertainment, I think. Let me know what you guys think. Let me see. Right here. Maybe you guys already saw it. Let me know in the chat.
A very frustrated Kevin McCarthy acting like he's some kind of alpha male walking up to Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert as if this is going to intimidate them. Matt Gaetz is like, man, look, I know you're a soy boy, all right? I know you're a part of the swamp. Kevin McCarthy's like, I know you know that I have no interest in helping the American people. I have every interest in helping Ukraine and filling my pockets up. You got that, Gaetz? Matt Gaetz is like, thanks for clearing that up, you fucking Manchurian candidate. Now get the hell out of here. And of course, out of the blue, it's Mike Rogers. He's looking a little pissed, looking to back up McCarthy. Oh my God, it appears they're going to drag him out by his face. And Kevin McCarthy has no idea. Now he's going back. What the hell's going on here, man? Mike Rogers comes in like he's Tony Soprano, but that's a tough thing to do when you're wearing a toupee like that. My God, it looks like Chris Farley's playing a character in SNL. Pulls a Will Smith and he's like, you keep my boyfriend McCarthy's name out your mouth. And McCarthy's like, what the hell is going on? And for the first time ever, Mike Rogers becomes the first politician to be featured on the Ludicrous Cam.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Move, bitch.
Yo, what's up? What you guys think about that one? Yeah. Oh, no. No, but here's the worst part. Not the worst part, actually. Kind of a segue, but going on the same, similar. Now I'm going to post and share with you guys a image that was posted on Twitter by Luke Rudkowski. Hope I said it right. Anyway, and I want to ask you. Hold on. Oh. How does this image make you feel? I'm serious. How does this image make you feel? Take a good look. In God we trust. God's scratched out with Klaus. And we is ended with a F. So in Klaus, W-E-F, trust, right? Just think about this. Standing right in front of the American flag. In his little special I'm God on earth outfit. Which is, I mean, you can't tell, you can't say that people are conspiracy theorists. Like, this guy actually wore this outfit. The meme, it's a meme, right? Klaus Schwab elected speaker. Right, that's what the meme says. Brought to you by CNN. It's a meme. Got it. It's a joke. And then you see like this at eat the bugs, right? But for me, okay, it was a meme. But I got a feeling when I saw that. Are you feeling me? Are you feeling me? I can't wait to see your response in the comments. while you guys are responding in the comments, I'm going to share Gaetz' response on Fox about that little thing that we just shared that happened during the vote for the House Speaker. Okay? And check out, they're asking him, what do you think? Do you think it's a good thing? Or here we go. Hold on.
To be with you.
Member of the House Armed Services and Judiciary Committees, Matt Gaetz. Welcome, Congressman. Great to have you.
Good to be with you.
So is it worth it all going 15 rounds to elect a speaker?
Absolutely. We got concessions that really were being rejected as early as Monday when it comes to being able to read legislation 72 hours before its adoption, individual appropriations bills, and ultimately what we negotiated ensures that we will never again have a circumstance like this omnibus spending legislation, because bills will have to comport to a single subject. There will be germanity requirements on amendments, and so it's going to be an open process, a transparent process. I'm thrilled at where the House of Representatives is today.
You were quoted as saying the construct of these rules concessions functionally turn the speakership into a ceremonial position. Do you mean that?
Well, Speaker McCarthy is our speaker, and long live the speaker. I look forward to working closely with him, but he did agree, to his great credit, to democratize.
Because anything they say, they will do. Since when have you ever seen them do what they say they're going to do? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you feel me? That would not be me. If I was him, I would be like, no, not happy. I thought he was, is it me, guys? I thought he was against it, right? I thought that's the whole reason they even made that little funny video of that actual happening. Now, were they really acting? Like, seriously, like they all got together and like, yeah, man, let's make it dramatic. I believe it. Yeah, sure. But let's say it wasn't acted. Let's say it wasn't scripted and it totally is as how it happened. What a bunch of fucking losers. That's how you act? You guys are working for the American government. You're representing the American people. You're the decision to our future, our every moment of every day, on our money, on our dime. And you're acting like school children? You know what they need to do? They need to hire somebody like me, right? Because somebody has to oversee them. Who's overseeing them? It's supposed to be us then, right? Yo, I would walk in, I'm like, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, done. No, and you ain't getting no severance package, nothing. Bye-bye. You milked us enough. Notice how nothing ever happens to them. Whether we get them out of office, whether they retire, they never suffered. You guys see any of these people that ever screwed up in our government, which is pretty much all of them? And they go to retire in wonderful homes and lives, and they're untouchable. They're taken care of for life. I remember back in the day when I was married, but even before I married the guy, he was in the Navy, and his best friend that he grew up with, went to school with, was I don't know if it was a diplomat, but he worked in the White House, right? I don't know if he was a senator. He wasn't a senator, but he was a politician. You know, he worked for the government. And I remember my ex, at the time we weren't exes, but anyway, that he would tell me that he would get invited to all these parties and he would go and he would get picked up by limos and this and that. And we're talking late 80s, early 90s. And he would show me pictures, you know, all this like, he's like, yeah, man, my friend's got the best job. He doesn't do anything. He makes all this money. He's got all these perks and all these hookups. That was back then. You feel me? And I remember thinking, when I was a young girl, and I'm just going, how is that cool? How is that cool? How is that cool? You guys can look up that for yourself if you guys want to see the whole thing. And again, like I did have some, you know, tater for Tate, for Andrew Tate. I did have some tater stuff, but of course, then I saw a few clips about the whole Idaho murder stuff. And this one caught my eye because, not because I like who was reporting it, which is CNN, the sibling or the family member you don't want, that you'll literally not go to Thanksgiving dinner if they're coming. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. Anyway, hear what shocked ex-FBI agent about Idaho suspect's behavior after killings. So I was like, oh, I'm curious to see. But before I go there, I want to check out your comments and your answers. The Major, welcome. Great to see you. Sean Henry, welcome. Sean Henry, my ears are bleeding from all the bull. Asterisk. Trying to say bullshit. Because you know they're listening to me no matter how I say it. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Because you know what? You're not a good person. Okay? All you fuckers, the fuckery out there that's listening to good people, good-hearted, good-working people. And that we're treated like we're a problem, like we're the T word. Again, I was like, I don't even know. It's like, no matter how you say it. Jorge Echevarria. Olga for president. What's up? Sunglasses emoji. 2 of them. 2 thumbs up. Party time. Hey, anybody's birthday today? Because it seems like the other day there was like a couple birthdays. Let me know in the chat. Hey, Roberto Frederic. Hello, Olga. Gora Euskadi. Wait. I feel like I should know that word. I should know what that means. I feel like I've heard it before. Translate. Tanya, I disagree, Olga. Ooh, I like this. Gaetz is right, ... It took a fight to get concessions, not just a sheeple check. Yes, I agree. I loved, in caps, that it took 14 rounds. It should always, in caps, take passion. I agree. And standing up to the status quo. Totally agree. I just don't buy that they're going to not do what they already voted for the omnibus. Unless I missed something here. William Grissom. Yeah, it's the mafia mentality. Not much has changed in Congress since it was controlled by the mafia. I would agree. Politic, the Major, in quote. Politic. Now get this. Poly-tick, in quote. Semicolon from the Greek word poly, meaning many, and tick, a small, annoying, useless, blood-sucking insect. Is that okay that I said it that way? Because I feel like, didn't I say something similar in my live last Friday, episode 79, where I'm like, these blood-sucking, I think it was about Prince Harry, but, they're all the same. These blood-sucking parasite, you parasite. Jeff Prater, hello. Hey, Frankie Blaze. Happy Monday, Olga. Happy Monday, Frankie. What else? Sacred Sage 88, 2 committee spots already. Freedom Caucus. So that's positive already. Okay. Now I like that. See? That's why this whole live is happening. So that we can talk. You guys set me straight, clarify, add, whatever it is. Jim Cooper, welcome. Ooh, wait. The Major says, I forgot. In quote, ... That spreads disease. In quote. Part. Ticks, you know. Ooh, it just made me do ugly face. And then the Idaho murder. I mean, I just care, right? We care. We care about a horrible, the parents. But, of course, I want to know, like, damn, how the fuck did he get? So I have my own intuition, but here's the latest that I found today about how the FBI agent suspect's behavior after killing. So hear what shocked the ex-FBI agent.
Idaho being loaded into trucks and taken away. CNN's Gary Tuckman is on the scene for us as investigators try to work out exactly what happened inside that building.
In the probable cause affidavit, a Moscow, Idaho police corporal says after finding the victims who were killed, I noticed what appeared to be a tan leather knife sheath laying on the bed. The Idaho State Lab later located a single source of male DNA left on the button snap of the knife sheath. Police say the DNA is suspect Brian Koberger's. This is the house where the college students were killed. According to the affidavit, when police arrived, they went through that door where the Christmas wreath is. On the second floor to the right of the door is the bedroom where Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin were killed. Also on the second floor to the left, in the back of the house, according to the affidavit, that's where the witness DM was. And finally, on the third floor, you see that window right there. According to the affidavit, that's where Kaylee Gonsalves and Madison Mogan were, and that's where the knife sheath was found. Based on the affidavit, it appears Brian Kohlberger has been near this house many times before. The affidavit indicating Kohlberger's cell phone signal was detected 12 times near the house over a period of 5 months prior to the murders. All of these occasions, except for one, occurred in the late evening and early morning hours of their respective days. It wouldn't necessarily be suspicious if Brian Kohlberger drove past this house 12 times over 5 months if these were busy or prominent streets, or streets on the way to another neighborhood. But to come here, you have to be looking for it. These roads are windy, they're narrow, they're curvy. In short, it seems difficult to accidentally end up here. The affidavit states that one of the students who survived with the initials DM heard crying and opened her door 3 times. She saw a figure clad in black clothing and a mask that covered the person's mouth and nose walking towards her. DM described the figure as 5'10" or taller, male, not very muscular, but athletically built with bushy eyebrows. The male walked past DM as she stood in a frozen shock phase. The male walked towards the back sliding glass door. DM locked herself in a room after seeing the male. DM did not state that she recognized the male. This turned out to be critical information because on November 25th, shortly after the murders, Moscow police asked law enforcement agencies to be on the lookout for a white Hyundai Elantra that had been seen near the murder site. 4 days later, police discovered a white Elantra in this parking lot just across the state line in Pullman, Washington. According to the affidavit, it was registered to Kohlberger, who lived up these stairs in this townhouse complex. Police acquired his driver's license information, and they say, according to the affidavit, that it was consistent with DM's description of the man she saw, who was wearing the arraigned, where he'll likely issue a plea.
Let's bring in now Tracy Walder. She is a former CIA officer and a former FBI special agent. Tracy, so good to see you. So I want to ask you about all of the things that we've been learning about the suspect, but I do want to caution viewers that there are some graphic details that could come up in our conversation. So do want you to be braced for that. So, Tracy, what does it tell you? That the suspect was allegedly around the house multiple times.
Okay, get to the point. I'm sorry,
because
guys.
what's also important is the absence of cellular information during that time frame of the killings that you mentioned. So to have your cell phone ping around that area when you don't live in that vicinity, his vicinity at WSU would have hit on a different cell phone tower. 12 pings in the time frame leading up to the killings, in the months leading up to the killings, that's significant. But what's also significant is that there was no cell phone activity for 2 hours.
Is it your suspicion that there was some sort of interaction? I mean, you are, using the word stalking. There was some interest that he allegedly had.
I would imagine you guys already heard some of this news. I'm just like, okay. The ex-FBI is shocked. But I'm like, I wasn't that shocked. I don't know. How do you guys think? But hey, the major, I just noticed. Idaho Murder Distraction News Promotion. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then mDNA or rDNA, ? Science matters because K-bar handles and sheaths are made of leather. Yes. Well said. Thank you for saying that. So wearing a C, 00F diaper, right? Hope I said that right. The knife is skin DNA, and on victim, they have biological DNA. Not sure if that is mDNA or RNA. This is good. You guys are like getting into it. The mDNA is useless for identification. It can only eliminate it could only eliminate a person, not convict them. Only rDNA, which comes from the male line, can identify a person. Okay. So then, I agree with you. I think it's a distraction, but because I feel for the pain of the family, you know, I'm sure they want answers. And of course, there's a part of me that definitely, because I'm into like wanting to know, how did he get away with all this, right? How did he do 4 people by himself? And I thought, I don't know if I missed it somewhere, but I had read somewhere that the cops had taken him back so that he could do a walkthrough and exactly how he did it. And I'm not getting my answers, and maybe I'm just missing it. Let me know in the comments, guys. But then segue to what's happening in Brazil, and the reason why I'm sharing this Brazil thing is because doesn't it sound familiar? You feel me? I don't want to put words in your mouth or in your mind. I want you guys to see what I'm feeling and thinking, because I don't think I've mentioned any of this yet. And it's been happening since, a week, 2 weeks ago? Well, no, more than that, right? But yeah, because I've been, again, just like with the Andrew Tate, I'm like, wait for it. Because remember the second time I spoke about him in a recent video, I was like, oh, yeah, when he got arrested. I'm like, wait for it. Because it's all going to be changing every second. Because also, just like I said earlier, the Andrew Tate was where the lawyer says that they don't have evidence, right, for his arrest. But just over the weekend, he also was taken to a hospital of some sort of condition. Oh, so here's this hero that's all perfectly built and perfect everything, and how to be the greatest man on earth, the real man. What's his illness, please? Are you going to tell me it's a typical, like, just to get out of jail? You just say, I'm sick, something's wrong with me, and then you don't have to be in the jail cell anymore. You can be in the hospital. I mean, I don't know, because I really don't know how Romania handles that, and if his room, the hospital, did he send him back? Again, I haven't seen anything about, did they send him back to the jail? Did they figure out what's wrong with him? Or are they keeping him in the hospital with 2 guards at the door, that kind of a thing? So this is Brazil. Chaos in Brazil. Protesters storm Capitol. Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see the connection? Protesters stormed the Capitol, destroying Supreme Court and Congress. Now, I have looked at like 20 articles about this. Do you know not one called it an insurrection? And I'm cautioning that that I even said that word.
Como que está o Congresso Nacional? Há muita bomba lá na altura do Palácio do Planalto, que eles também invadiram. Isso que está acontecendo agora em Brasília, ó. Algumas pessoas ajoelhadas. Tem pessoas ajoelhadas aqui na frente, gente. Caídas no chão. Olha só. A polícia tenta conter os policiais.
One video. It's 4 minutes long. Again, we watch it together. And let's go to this article from the BBC. Brazil Congress. Lula vows to punish. Are you hearing this? Are you watching this? Lula vows to punish supporters of Bolsonaro after riot. Okay? Sound familiar? Look familiar? And I encourage you guys to look up this article and read it. I don't think you want me to get into it, but there's some pretty descriptive, very clear photos also that they added in this article. Then here's another one. Live supporters of Jair Bolsonaro, Bolsonaro, camp outside military headquarters after riots storm Congress. You get it? And now, I don't have regular cable, so I have no idea if CNN, NBC, MSNBC, CBS, right? If any of them are putting this out there. And like all the time. This is major. But granted, it's not our news, right? It's another country. But see, that's the whole global thing. It's all about the global one world. One world. Hey, guys, have you been on an airplane lately and seen stuff like that? I remember, was it probably 8 years ago or so that I got on a plane. I go, and I see the little sticker, One World. I'm like, shut up. It sounds like AT&T, that kind of a thing. But I was thinking, no. And then, did you guys, I'm sure, for sure, you've heard of the nurses. Was it 7,000 nurses, right? That are on strike. So I was like, okay, why are they on strike? And I saw like one of the people holding a sign saying, from heroes to zeros. And I was like, okay, is this another show? Is this another distraction? But clearly, there's a post from, let's see. I don't know if you can already hear it.
We got the power! We got the power! What kind of power? Union power! Care for patients every day! I say all day long and all night long! Hey, this is about! Hey, this is about!
So more than 7,000 nurses walked off the job at 2 major city hospitals early Monday after contract talks broke down overnight, threatening potential chaos at the crucial Big Apple facilities. The massive staffing blow at Mount Sinai Hospital's main campus in Manhattan and 3 locations of Montefiore Medical Center in the Bronx was set to force the hosps to divert ambulances and some patients, including women about to give birth, to other facilities, officials said. The strike battered hospitals also were rejigging, I hope I said it right, their staff to cover nursing shifts and canceling non-emergency surgeries. Montefiore typically has the busiest emergency room in the state, according to its website. Oren Barzilay, president of the FDNY's EMS union, told the Post on Monday that emergency workers were preparing for the worst and would reroute their vehicles from affected hospitals if the facilities, in quote, can't handle a certain medical emergency. As officials struggled to maintain healthcare services at the hospitals, the striking nurses began picketing Monday. An estimated 450 nurses gathered outside Mount Sinai on the Upper East Side, singing Twisted Sister's classic hit, "We're not gonna take it," end quote, and urging passing drivers to honk their horns in solidarity. So there's a bunch of videos that I saw about that as well. What do you guys think about that? Because, as you can see some of the signs, fair contract for patients and nurses. Other people on strike for better patient care. So I thought there was a lot of, it's more than one issue. And I know that they've been understaffed with the whole, ever since COVID. So it's interesting, because they're demanding a fair wage. So it's like, is it about the patient? Is it about your wage? Is it all the above? I just don't believe in coincidences. And I don't know, oh shit. Was I talking the whole time? I just realized that I thought I was screen sharing. Oh no, don't. Oh well, I'm not going to put you through it. I want to see what you guys have to say about that. And going back to the whole Brazil, I saw, hey, Jeff Prados, I'm thinking about Viva Brazil. Yeah, I mean, I like that country. I like those people. But again, I'm a humanity-driven person. I love all humans. And I don't see the difference, Yeah, we have to protect our borders because it's so funny, right? The whole 9/11 and the whole reason for the NSA and the whole Edward Snowden thing, right? And it's like, I remember going to the airport after 9/11, and I'm like, no. No, this is an excuse. This is an excuse. You guys knew, you didn't do anything. And now this is what we're doing with all this, putting fear in us. Don't want to go off on that. But my point is that I'm like, oh, shit. Because now with the border in its current state, anybody is coming through. It's that simple. And no eyes are there. And that's not a threat. We're the threat. I mean, it can't get more clear than that. That they've been lying for 20 years. And like, if anybody doesn't see that, you're living in a delusion, which obviously it's scary to think that your government, man, I was going to say what most people would say, and that's actually my first instinct was they hate you. That's really what I was going to say. But then the way other people would say it, the most common form is your government doesn't care about you. I actually feel that they have a disdain. And I stand my ground. I can speak because this is just allegedly, this is just for entertainment purposes. And I am just giving my opinion for fun, for entertainment. That's it. Yep. Because as long as I live, there is a First Amendment. And not because some people got in a group and made the Constitution. Not that I talk about these people that are sworn to uphold the Constitution. Another story. But before that was written, before they acknowledged that we have freedom of speech and they put it as a law, as a protection, we are free creatures, free beings in every way. Period. End of the story. So to me, I'm going beyond that. I don't need somebody to write it down. But okay, obviously we live in a world that we have to have shit written down. Everybody's got to agree to it. I get it. I'm just telling you how I really feel. Tanya, fair? Question mark. It depends on what they mean by fair. Fair would be to give all those who lost their jobs for not getting the job to get their jobs back and paid back. Ooh, yeah. Jim Cooper, going to see more social unrest as the recession gets worse. Yes, that's a fact. Yeah, yep. And inflation continues. Yep. The nurse strike is just the beginning. They can't afford to live in New York City. I know, right? And the fact that no one's even gotten raises in how many years? Decades? Please. Ooh, Carrie Lewis. My wife is a nurse at one of the largest hospitals in Boston for 25 years. Her place is a mess. Not enough staff to care safely for the patients. She wants out. I mean, I don't blame her. And I mean, I have a friend who, and I've mentioned it many times in several episodes. She's a special education teacher. And I think recently it has finally renewed her contract. But for 2 years during the whole COVID and the next year, and they went on strike a couple times because she was tenured, and then, they wouldn't do it. And so she's like, are you kidding me? And she actually walks dogs on the side because she can't even make enough anyway. And she lives a pretty humble life. Like, she doesn't live in a, big house. She has a little condo. She lives by herself. She has a couple of cats. But she loved her work. I mean, she still does, but the system is killing her. And she just can't wait to just retire early and get out. So it's in so many areas. I mean, but see, there's no escaping this. That's the truth. And that's the reality that everyone has to face instead of just escaping or looking the other way or watching Netflix. I mean, I get it. But that's why, we can't just say, oh, yeah, that's messed up. Oh, because I've noticed that people still want to have conversations about things that are more fun or things that they feel that they can do. Because most people, they're just trying to live their life, get it. They're working, pay their bills, raise their family. That's most people. But while they're working, while we're all working, it's coming crashing down. And then what? I know what's going to happen. It ain't going to be pretty. But I do believe that eventually it'll all work out. Freedom will be restored, but it's going to be a long haul. Just saying. Oh, they fired all? Huh. Sacred Sage 88. Open borders is a plan for the globalists. So it's going according to plan for them. Right. But it's going to blow up in their face because they're idiots. You know what I'm saying? They're imbeciles. So all you're doing is power tripping. That's all they're doing. Power tripping, selfish, destructive. They get off on that shit. But it will implode. It will. The shit. There's a Spanish saying. It's like the shit actually bounces. Like the particles. You know what I mean? Like they can't escape their own shit. So, okay, guys, enjoy it while it lasts. I'm talking about the globalists. Sean Henry. My name is Sean Patrick Henry. Give me liberty or I will stop using YouTube. Right? Yes. So, guys, if I missed your comment or anything like that, I don't mean to. I'll definitely watch the replay when I get a chance. And we can reconvene. But so, after talking all about that, but I did I miss any comments about the Andrew Tate? Because I didn't see anything. I could have missed it. But am I getting the sense that you guys really don't give a shit? And that we're all just agreeing that people just need to... My biggest thing about the whole thing is how all these people, especially the so-called people on the right, have had him on their show. If I have you on my show, I'm going to look everything about you. It's like the way I tell my clients when they're looking for a new job. I tell them exactly. I'm like, I need you to do this, that, about, find out. So say they're applying for 3 different places, right? Whatever, whether it's 10 places or 1. And I go, first thing I need you to do. Well, first is prepare your resume, and then I'll coach them to how to interview in their best, see where their strengths are, maximize their strengths. There's several steps. But the one thing for sure is that I want you to know everything about that company you're applying for. When you're in that interview, I want you to know everything from that company. So I help them and whatnot. But that's the thing. If I'm going to have a guest on my show, I am going to, private detective style. I'm not kidding. And even if I don't agree with you, at least I'm going to be honest and I'm going to call you out. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not like I'm going to, cancel you or strike you. No, I think we should talk about anybody who's controversial, whether you love them, they're controversial. Everybody needs to speak. We all need to have this dialogue about everything. But at least I'm not going to sit there and let you talk shit, because that's the other thing. From what I said from the first video I did, this guy is just making shit up. He's just imitating. He's telling people what they want to hear left and right. And then he predicts his own downfall about being arrested, because that's exactly what he was doing. The guy incriminated himself left and right with his own freaking mouth. You don't even have to like him or dislike him. He just said it himself. This is what I do. This is how I do it. Boom. And all these people, and that's what I always say. Again, how are we raising the women to fall for this? Number 1. 2, how are we raising the men to fall for this? Get it? That's the real thing. Because if we educate young men and women about this type of hustler, parasite, they'll laugh at his face. He would get nowhere. But why is it so hard for people to distinguish what's real and what's not real? And especially in a world with so much fake, it's so easy to be fake. More now than ever that we need our instinct. We need our instinct. But of course, if you're on the phone all freaking day, watching TV, playing video games, whatever, how are you going to develop your instinct? I got a crash course for all of them. And I mean that well, because I'm all about helping people and not letting people get abused. Period. End of story. Or wasting their time. It's all about, something bothers you. You have an itch, you have a rash. Hey, Olga, what can I do to get rid of it? It's like, it's all about helping each other, empowering each other. So, anyway. So I'm going to look at your chat real quick, but I gather that you guys don't give a shit about him. And I'm totally with you. It's just, how can we let younger people, help them see? You know what I mean? Not what I think. The truth. Jeff Prater says, I am praying for Tate and his brother. Really? Because you think something bad is going to happen to them? Like an Epstein kind of a thing? Is that what you're thinking? I mean, for me, I don't wish them any ill, but I don't look up to them either. I don't think they're, a prophet, a messiah. I just don't see them like that. I don't. I'm not getting the vibe. I'm not. I mean, whoever wants to follow them, you go. It's your life. You choose. But there's no way that I look at that, both Andrew and his brother, I don't look at them and think, what a man. I don't at all. And that's a woman telling you. What I mean by that is that they're not exuding real, true. I think there's a talk and I think there's a reality. And I think there's two different ones. I think they can talk a good game. I don't think they're walking their truth in their truth. And if I'm wrong, I'm okay with that. I got no ego. Describe abuse. Sacred Sage 88. Is that for me or somebody else's chat? Oh, I just saw Jim Cooper. Abuse is unacceptable, period. Now, that's true. Describe abuse. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, you guys are deep. I love it. And honest. Yeah. I'm so glad you guys are not afraid to say and think, that's exactly what I want. You know what I mean? Like, we can all, what's the point if we all agree with each other? No fun. Yeah. Agree, Jim Cooper. How do we know that Tate abused anyone? I saw a lot of stuff and I didn't need to see much because, as I say, I stand by my instinct. But there was one video and it wasn't the video they were putting around that he was like, oh, I was just playing with my girlfriend. It was another video that I found on Rumble. And again, it could be made up. Could be totally fake. But there is also evidence of, and again, women can lie, absolutely. But there was an investigation of two specific women that claimed that they were raped and forced to do things they didn't want to do. They went to the police in London. They did an investigation. And because it's one of the hardest things to prove that if you're raped, then they just let it go. And that's that. And so it could be true. They could have been lying and they got nothing. Totally. No problem with that. But it's the way, Jeff, have you not seen some of his clips of him saying how, like, did you hear that, like the one clip of him, one of his girls vomited. Remember, his best girl, he says. And she vomited. And I guess she was drinking, vomited. She didn't want to pick it up or something. And he was like, it was tough because she was my best seller. And I threw her stuff out. And then she went to the police and said that he hit her or something like that. I'm not saying it just to say like something like that. But see, that's the thing. That's why I got together a whole file and clips and videos, because actually now you're giving me the incentive. Hey, BT325. Hello. Thanks for the wave emotion. Jeff. Ooh. So what do you think? Maybe on my next live, we'll go down that rabbit hole and maybe we'll get more news, more news, right? Or more information about the situation. But to me, if he has not committed a crime, again, he's innocent until proven guilty in my book. But I can't say that this guy is a good guy because I haven't seen it. I have seen him act, and I think he's not even a good actor. But again, that's just my opinion. It's like you and I watching the same movie. So that's why I want to share these clips. Almost the same reason. Like, let's play it that way. That's how I really want to play it. So let's see if you guys, we'll do that. We'll do that. What do you think, Jeff? Let me know whether you say it in the live chat or in the comments below this video later. Keep me posted. So, who's in the mood for a reaction today? I need to go to the restroom. So I'll take a quick break, like 10 minutes, and I'll come back just to do a reaction video. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, so far, the Adam Callhound racism, and I have it pulled up. Should we do that one today, or I can do it another day? What do you guys think? Or, I give you guys for being live. I always give my live chats priority. Hey, Agent Circle, great to see you. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Leslie Bates, 22. Great to see you. Tanya Brown, yes, what? Yes for the reaction? Or you're answering somebody else's chat? What's up? So, should I go? So, okay, guys. This was what won the vote on my poll. This song right here. Adam Callhound, Racism. Haven't seen it. I've only seen him featured in other people's videos. Never seen his own video. I'm very new to him in that sense. And is it going to make me cry? I did bring my tissue, but that's the other reason why I'm glad that I'm doing it this format, or I'm taking a break and I'm going there. But if you guys want to talk, I'm going to be on locals also. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back and do a reaction video. I'm looking at your chats right now. Do we get a yes that I should react to this song today, shortly, racism? Or is another one that you guys want me to do today, right now? AC Nelson reaction! Exclamation. 2 emojis with the sunglasses. Carrie Lewis, this is a great song. And for those who do not know, Adam has incredible clothing, all made in the USA. Ooh, no, I didn't know. I'm learning so much with you guys. Tanya Brown, yes, Olga, please. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, I got that on my list, the major. I got the White Boys. That's coming up. I'm going to put a poll up so that, it's just a matter of when you guys vote, you're just helping me decide which songs in order. You get what I mean? So I'm going to do them all that you requested, but it's just, I need your help because I'm like, okay, which one do I do today? So I'm really liking these polls. I really appreciate you guys totally answering. I'm telling you, if you guys are going to do this with me, what's the point? Oh yeah. I got the GFBF. I think I put that was one on the list, but this was the one that won so far in this order. I think the next one in order was that one, the GFBF one. No cry, but might. Okay, so Robert Lake. Hello, Robert, by the way. No cry, but might raise your blood pressure. Oh, shit. Hey, what a great way to start a Monday. I was already getting fired up this morning. Check out the rare freestyle by Coast Concert Inspirational. Okay. Coast Contra. Okie dokie. All right. But am I getting a pretty much a yes vote for racism? I'm taking a break and I'm coming right back. Stay tuned. Yes? Yes? Going once? I'm doing racism. I'm taking a 5-10 minute break real quick. Going once? Going twice? Racism. Adam Callhound. Okay. That's it. That's it. I don't know if there's a lag or anything. Yes, William Grissom. Okay, awesome. Love you. You guys are the best. See you in a minute. And if you want to see me later on Locals, the link is in the description below. Make sure to do that. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in a little bit, guys. Okay. The suspense. Seriously, I can feel this is going to be a heavy one. See you in a minute.